But you know it's bad when the most exciting card in the generation is the RTX 4090, with a card that nobody can afford anyway. The fact that when we talk about these new graphics cards from this current generation, we have to mention last generation as a buying option. So it really makes you wonder why Nvidia and AMD even bothered to make this generation of graphics cards with so little price to performance uplift that nobody cares about them. Let's talk about how we've ended up in this situation. But before we do, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Imagine being this guy. Couldn't be me. But you're like, Vex, how do I fix this when big corpo Microsoft is asking $200 to farm your data? Today's sponsor, SCD Key, you can get Windows 10 Edition and upgrade it for free to Windows 11 for a low price. And once you get to checkout, make sure to use code VEX for an extra 25% off. Then just choose your preferred payment method and you'll be emailed your code. I also have confirmation from SCD Keys themselves that all of their keys are ethically sourced from OEM manufacturers. So that's something that you can trust. All links will be in the description. Make sure to use code VEX. Let's get back into it. It's been basically a meme in the community ever since the 4060 Ti launched that is barely better than the 3060 Ti. Jump up to 4K and they're like within a few percent of each other. Having 8 gigabytes of VRAM and then putting it in its price to performance around here in the middle of the pack for a new generation. The RTX 4070 all the way down here for price to performance. A 70 class card. But you know what's even more embarrassing is the 4070 Ti being called a 70 Ti class at $800. Then I don't even want to mention the 4080 being $1,200. And don't think AMD is excused with this. The RX 7600, their newest like budget end card, supposed to be one of the best value cards in the lineup, is struggling to get better price to performance than its predecessors. Yeah, it isn't technically succeeding the 6650 XT, but it's priced like it is. They have it labeled incorrectly here. You can get 6650 XTs for $240 right now. So AMD's biggest competitor is themselves. So they're struggling to find out their own structure in their products. I'll just see what happens when the 6000 series stock eventually dries up, because it's basically like if you want a 7600, you're just paying $30 more from the 6650 XT to get AV1 encoding. And unlike Nvidia with this generation, AMD's 7000 series barely has an efficiency, like a power efficiency advantage over the last gen. And I almost don't even want to mention the shit show that was the 7900 XT pricing. Based on how this whole generation is going, a lot of people are probably finding it weird that you look at Nvidia's stock and it's only going up. Okay, you look at AMD's stock, it's only going up. And yeah, one of the reasons is these companies are bigger than just their gaming departments. So you look at Nvidia's earning reports and they are down 33% on gaming. In this article, this is gaming. They show the updates of what they're doing in this field. They don't even mention that they launched 2 graphics cards in this quarter, the 4070 and the 4060 Ti. They don't even say it. They don't even want to report on them. We go to Nvidia's website, on their front page, they're barely even showing their gaming products. A company that has basically been built upon the backs of gamers in that kind of market, graphics cards. Now, according to Google here, their last earning call put Nvidia's stock almost near $1 trillion because of the AI boom. That's why it wouldn't surprise me. And according to Moore's Law is dead, you know, debatable if you want to trust him or not. Nvidia has been rearranging the production of their graphics cards so that they can make more for AI instead of making more for consumers, or so that they have more AI processing power for the future. That again will just compound some more evidence that they only really care about AI right now, because that is what's driving their company evaluation to the moon. What's funny is the gaming market is still absolutely massive. Are they just letting it slip away? Are they taking a chance on AI and then in the future they want to come back to gaming or something? It's not like gaming is going to go away. It's weird to see a generation of product that Nvidia doesn't really want to sell. This isn't the first time that Nvidia's screwed over gamers. Like in recent history, crypto mining, Nvidia capitalized on that market really heavily to overprice and gouge consumers. And when Nvidia did that, their stock also went up like crazy. This is funny because the crypto bubble popped, and the AI, which may or may not be a bubble, could also pop because they're basically the only company on the market right now that actually is in a position to take advantage of AI processing. Maybe in the future there would be other companies that could do that as well, and then Nvidia's stock is gonna go back down again. There's like a choice in that where they're choosing to give up a lot of at least trust in the gaming market, screwing over gamers again with this generation of 4000 series products in order to chase something like AI, which may be a short-term thing. But this idea of them giving up on the PC gaming market really gets me thinking of how this is going to position them in the future. Does that mean AMD is going to take up their place in this time being? I think that's what we're seeing right now. I see more and more people switching to AMD graphics cards, and that just makes it all the more disappointing that the 7000 series is such a letdown. Because if AMD's 7000 series was priced properly and was competitive with last gen, then people would be genuinely excited about that, and that would put even more pressure on Nvidia, because Nvidia is leaving this entire market wide open. If AMD launched another GPU like the RX 480 or 580, we could easily see AMD take over. But I think AMD is in a similar situation to Nvidia, where they're focusing on something else right now. AMD seems to be focusing on their console and APU departments instead of focusing on the PC gaming market, which they could capitalize on really heavily right now. But maybe they're just too late to it. Maybe it's too big of a ship to turn around. This whole thing makes you wonder though, if AMD and Nvidia are both not focusing on the PC gaming dedicated GPU market, then why did they even bother to release this generation at all? It could only be so that they stay relevant in the media, so that people are still talking about them, that every 2 years they have a generational leap, even if that generational leap is extremely underwhelming. Yeah, why does this generation exist? Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you haven't yet, make sure to join the Discord server. It's linked in the description. Go ahead and give it a look, and I'll see you guys in the comments. See you in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.